Paramedics hope to use an old method of pain relief to curb opioid addictions in the future.
Plus, Holmes Beach police say they've decreased crime in the area significantly in the last 5 years. We'll show you the stats just released today.
And a look into how the service industry is affected by red tide, even now that it's decreased in the area. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jess Daldrick. Thank you for joining us. Jacqueline Matter is out on assignment tonight. We start tonight with continuing coverage of the battle over Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. You're looking live at the Senate floor where several senators have voiced their vote today after having a chance to read through the FBI's investigation report. As of right now, it appears that Kavanaugh has enough Senate votes to be confirmed to the Supreme Court with 51 yeas and 49 nays. 50 of those yes votes are Republicans and 1 Democrat. Kavanaugh needs 51 votes to be sworn in.
A Polk County man is accused of threatening to shoot senators who don't support Kavanaugh for the Supreme Court. Deputies say James Patrick Jr. posted on his Facebook page that he had bought several hundred rounds of ammunition and he was ready to, quote, sacrifice his life for his country. Patrick also said he would shoot any law enforcement members responding to his home, but thankfully no one was hurt during his arrest.
Sarasota County paramedics are trying a new way to help patients in pain on the way to the hospital. In the midst of this current opioid crisis, they're using nitrous oxide or laughing gas. ABC 7's Jackie Kelly talked with Sarasota County EMS Division Chief, and she tells us how this switch can help.
Sarasota County EMS is thinking about pain relief in a new way. Nitrous oxide used to be too expensive and bulky to transport, but now it's making a comeback. And it could be an unlikely weapon in the fight against opioid abuse.
It's really a new technology in the sense that for EMS to be able to carry it in an affordable and a portable way is kind of a big deal.
The change is in the midst of the opioid crisis. First Step Sarasota VP of Outpatient and Youth Services, PJ Brooks, says when recovering addicts get drugs back into their system, it's easy to relapse.
Many individuals who've been in recovery even for years, if they've experienced relapses, often because they've had a surgery and they went back on a pain medication that was opiate based, and it led them back to going into their drug of choice, and it can be a big risk.
Along with not wanting to contribute to the opioid problem, paramedics can't carry the same amount of pain-relieving medicine on board.
As the opioid crisis got bigger and bigger, the DEA shrunk the number of narcotics that were available on the open market anyway. And then when the hurricanes hit last year, that affected both supply of those types of drugs, narcotic drugs, but it also affected all kinds of drugs, from saline to a lot of the things that EMS carries and hospitals use.
And having Nitronox as the frontline tool to easing a patient's pain gives the patient more control.
They hold it themselves. We don't strap this to their face. We don't hold it on their forearm. They hold it themselves, and they just breathe. And as they breathe in, as much or as little as they want to, the drug will start to take effect.
That was Jackie Kelly reporting. Sarasota County EMS says that they are one of the first counties in the state to start using this again, but they hope that others will follow their example.
All right, it is Friday night. We've got Music on Main. We got a bunch of high school football games, all relying on some great weather tonight. So let's get to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for our forecast. Bob?
So far, so good, but there is a chance we could see a few brief showers this evening. We already had a few move through earlier today near the coast, and you can see pretty flat, calm conditions out there. Out on the waters, as far as the current conditions go, we are looking at a few showers around earlier. Those have since moved offshore, but there's still a few out there into central Florida right now, pushing off toward the west, and there is a sea breeze that's kind of set up right along the coastline. So we're going to give it a chance for a few scattered showers, but I think most of the game should be okay. We are looking at that east wind still, though, and those will bring some of those showers that we see here off toward the west coast. Now again, the rain chances aren't all that high. The future cast calling for a few scattered showers around, but not a lot of activity expected over a widespread area. This model may be a little bit overdone, but I do expect to see a few scattered showers and storms around, and then we will see generally fair skies after that. Right now it's 87 degrees at the airport, And the feels like temperature is still not too bad out there in the low 90s in most cases. We do have a little west wind indicating that the sea breeze has developed, and we're going to have more on this tropical system down to our south, which is expected to head into the Gulf early next week. More on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Right. Thank you, Bob. Sexual abuse survivor groups say they feel encouraged more victims will step forward. That hope comes after Attorney General Pam Bondi announced a statewide investigation this week. Authorities will be looking into sexual abuse by Catholic priests. Bondi has set up a tip site to allow victims and anyone with information to report what they know.
Survivors of clergy abuse have been waiting for a really long time for some justice, and some of them simply just want someone to hear them and believe them. We know that this has been a problem in other states and it's a problem nationally, so this is a very good first start.
Florida's 7 Catholic dioceses have been in dialogue with the prosecutor in this case. They say they are cooperating with the investigation. For a link to that tip line, just go to our website, mysuncoast.com.
Here in the Suncoast, we're learning more about a teacher facing felony child abuse charges. Punta Gorda police say the school resource officer at Baker Early Learning Center arrested 63-year-old Anthony Del Prior. Police say a food delivery driver saw Del Prior being physically abusive toward 2 4-year-olds in the cafeteria. Security camera footage showed him kicking a chair as one student was about to sit down, causing the student's head to hit a table. Police say video also showed him hitting another student on the head and then grabbing him forcefully by the mouth. Police say both students are doing okay.
Law enforcement is investigating a shooting in Bradenton early this morning. It happened on 57th Avenue Drive East. Witnesses tell investigators Mark Kennedy Memnon got into a 4-door maroon sedan, possibly a Mercedes. When he got out, he was shot. Memnon was shot in the leg and taken to Blake Medical Center for treatment. Anyone with information is asked to call Manatee County Sheriff's Office.
What happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. Sarasota County Sheriff's investigators say Travis Pitts and Travis Gadd had been on the run for several felony charges, and they were finally caught in Nevada. Deputies say they were driving a stolen car and were caught with drugs.
The Holmes Beach Police Department says their outreach program is working. According to new reports from the chief, 911 calls have decreased in the area by 75%. And in the last 5 years, they've made an increase of arrests by 230%. They've also increased their traffic enforcement, and they're suing more than 1,000 traffic citations in 2017. That's compared to only 400 in 2012. They attribute their success to proactive high visibility policing.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, how a local man who suffered from homelessness himself has been feeding the homeless for the last 7 years.
And how you could get free tennis and pool access at some Sarasota parks this weekend.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe and call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore. But there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. La! It's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
Helping families with mesothelioma is all we do. My firm has been offering a free book on mesothelioma for over 10 years. Since that time, hundreds of people with mesothelioma have trusted us to represent them. We have local offices throughout the U.S. and there is no risk to you. Mesothelioma really is all we do. Call us at 1-800-485-6000. That's 1-800-485-6000. Or go to mesoonlylaw.com.
The Florida Department of Environmental Protection is offering $3 million to help mitigate the effects of red tide.
That, along with some state grants for small businesses, should have been enough to help workers here on the Suncoast get back on their feet. But ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez joins us now live with how service industry workers say they are not getting any of that help. Rebecca?
Scott, Jess, service industry workers are really suffering because of red tide. Fewer visitors to restaurants and bars means fewer tabs, which means fewer tips. Red tide has hurt more than the Suncoast environment. It's also had an effect on our economics. Businesses and the people who work them are suffering, especially those in the service industry who make their money based off of the number of people they serve each day. So when a bartender at Venice's DAV received an extra bit of help from one of her customers on Wednesday night, it meant more than just getting a big tip.
$100 bill wadded up in his hand, and he kind of just slid it on top of his tip and slid it all towards me, and like, wow, I really actually needed that. Like, that was something that I really didn't expect. I didn't think about. I didn't, I was just working my way through it, and I was like, I didn't know what to do.
This regular customer said he did this because he wanted to show his support and pitch in before this weekend's rally, where workers will be asking for help from the Suncoast community.
You can't do it. Yeah, there's a red tide relief out there for the business owners, but what about the workers? We're used to making $70, $80 a day, and that helps us. We're down to making $14 to $24 in an afternoon shift. Our shifts are cut, our hours are cut. We can't go out, we're looking for second jobs, nobody's hiring.
While many businesses have been able to stay afloat with their hourly wages, those who rely on tips have had nothing to hold on to but $2 or $3 an hour.
We need to get the community out to help one another. If there's a hurricane or something that comes by and the community is ruined, the community comes together and helps each other out. This is what we need to do. This red tide has been here for a few months, and it's really devastated our economy.
The rally will be held this Sunday in Venice beginning at 9 a.m. at the Albertsons right off of US 41. Live in Venice, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC 7, your Suncoast News. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Rebecca. An update on an upcoming show from the Sarasota Skiarees. This Sunday show is still on. Skiarees officials canceled last weekend's show due to red tide, and this weekend's show was on the fence pending water conditions. Officials say the water levels are safe for skiers and spectators, and they look forward to getting back on the water and performing for fans.
That's good news, and if I can add to Rebecca's story, get out, and if you've got some extra money, go out and have lunch or dinner at our waterfront restaurants who have been struggling so much.
Absolutely, and I know that Siesta Key is going to put on a big event on the 19th of Friday, next Friday. So again, that's going to be a huge deal out there. So you want to keep in tune with that. We'll be posting that on our webpage as well. Helping the community, that's what it's all about, right? Well, the good news is red tide has moved out. Bad news is that a tropical system developing down to our south right now. A 70% chance. Just a few days ago, that chance was at 20%. So you get the picture. Things are getting a little bit interesting down to our south right now. Here's a look at the satellite imagery. You can see deep convection now again developing, then fading away. It's not doing a whole lot. We have these strong winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere. You can see that kind of streaming on by over the northwest Gulf of or the Caribbean there. In about 2 days from now, there's a chance we could see a tropical storm or tropical depression emerge. And then this is the European forecast model. But I caution you and let you know that these models are going to shift a little bit back and forth, it looks like, and it could get close to Florida. It could be closer than that model is depicting. It all depends upon the high pressure over Bermuda. If that stays strong, then it'll be further away from us. But if it weakens, then it'll be a better chance to see it come closer to us. So here's the GFS. I showed you the European. This is the GFS. A little slower in developing, but a little bigger too. And notice those purple lines there, the purple color. That indicates tropical storm force winds on Tuesday, getting close. Wednesday, it's there. A heavy rainfall will be on the right side if that were the case. We're talking about some pretty heavy storms, similar to what we saw with Alberto to start the season. So this one may be wrapping it up. The next named storm, by the way, is again Michael. Out here, Leslie continues to spin. It has done so for over 14 days now, and it could last another 5 days. It heads to the southeast. Top winds have dropped down to 60 miles an hour. It is moving off to the east, eventually to the southeast, and you can see it's still expected to be a tropical storm down there in the Atlantic. Well, the Lakewood Ranch webcam, we have music on Maine going on tonight. Looks to be pretty good. That's not bad at all. Temperatures in the 80s, not bad. And there's a chance for a few showers. You see those clouds starting to get a little gray on the bellies of them there. We could see some scattered shower activity, but not a lot, and they should move pretty quickly off to the west. We do have a sea breeze, something we haven't seen this week at all. A little west wind near the coast. It's been all east, and that's been good news for the red tide. I think you'll see a little sea breeze on Sunday, but as far as the radar picture goes, not a lot of rainfall around here. As I mentioned, a few spotty showers are possible, especially as that moisture you see now near Bethany moves toward the coast with that sea breeze kind of set up right here. Well, some dry air is in place, so don't expect a lot of rainfall on Saturday. Saturday looks good. Sunday also looks pretty decent. Just a little bit better chance for some late day storms. Temperatures currently into the mid 80s. Feels like 95 though. We have a west sea breeze there at the airport. That's something we haven't seen all week, as I said. 89 the high, no 90, that's good, huh? But still above average, 93 the record. And the national weather showing some snow falling over North Dakota. We're not going to tap into any of that cooler air, but Kansas City is. High tomorrow, 59. Chicago, nice 71. For boaters tomorrow, northeast winds at 10 knots. We'll have a light chop on the bays and inland waters. Let's check the 7-day forecast out. Slight chance for late day showers. Saturday looks good, albeit warm. And Sunday, a little bit better chance for a few scattered showers on Sunday. And then we'll be watching the tropics. If we get the rain right now from that system, it looks like it'll begin Tuesday and stick around on Wednesday. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thanks so much. A home run for Venice High School. The school's longtime baseball coach, Craig Faulkner, inducted recently into the Florida High School Athletic Association's Hall of Fame. Faulkner was honored along with 7 other inductees recently in Gainesville. With 23 years of coaching under his belt, Faulkner has led the Indians to 5 state championships in baseball and has won more than 400 games. He is the second coach from the school to receive this prestigious honor.
You can save some money this weekend thanks to the park's handoff from Sarasota County to the City of Sarasota. The City of Sarasota says since it recently took over control of 5 different parks from the county, they are still in the process of setting up the computer software during the transition. Since the software has yet to be set up, they can't process any payments at the Payne Park Tennis Club, and for people swimming at the pool or using the gym at Arlington Park, meaning the services are free for now.
Currently, we're just waiting on our recreation software to be finalized, but we have come up with a solution today to start taking payments next week.
I was really surprised today when I came today and to check in at the front and then went to pay, and they said that it was free right now. So I thought, oh, that's a great opportunity to get out there and play some tennis for free.
Once the new system is up and running, non-members will pay $10 to use the tennis club and up to $4 to swim at Arlington Park. The City of Sarasota is hopeful the system will be ready to go by Monday.
A Sarasota cancer survivor is feeding the homeless 3 to 4 times a week because he used to be homeless. In the last 3 years, Clifton Carmona Gale says he has fed 20,000 people, but he still shied away from taking any credit. Instead, Cliff took us to the 3 businesses he says he couldn't do this without. Every other morning, he picks up any perishable items Panera Bread wasn't able to sell. Then he goes to Wendy's, gets free bags of ice, and then to the 7-Eleven for their donation of leftover food. His last stop, his former home, the sidewalk in front of the Salvation Army.
My thing is, let's focus on veterans and getting women and children off the street. It's hard. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize that I help the homeless. You can't help the homeless until you've been homeless yourself. I've been homeless.
Cliff has fought through prostate cancer and a brain aneurysm to keep doing this. Next, he plans to start a bike sharing program and hopes to raise enough money to buy a hotel for permanent affordable housing. That is incredible.
That's a really heart-touching story.
Glad he's in our community helping out. Well, stay with us.
When we come back, we'll show you how a local woman became a millionaire overnight.
You could hear the gunfire just around this wall. Around the corner here are the children. What's your name? Almost every home here has sustained damage. We're glad you're okay.
Oh, thank you.
Back on the job.
Back on the job.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call, and you cannot be turned down for any reason. Even if you have health problems or are living on a fixed income, guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance policies could work for you, with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
My mom didn't have life insurance and the cost all fell on me. And that's expensive. We're still paying for that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now. In one phone call, you can help prepare your family with protection amounts up to $25,000. There are no medical tests or health questions. And remember, you cannot be turned down for any reason. In fact, TruStage policies are already protecting over 18 million Americans. And rates are designed to be affordable, starting at less than 32 cents a day. That's as low as $9.40 a month. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease.
When I leave, everything will be taken care of for them.
Call 1-800-218-4991 now for a free, no-obligation quote. TruStage offers plans to fit your budget with prices starting at less than 32 cents a day. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-218-4991 now.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
I'm Linda Carson. On Suncoast View, how to protect yourself from uninsured drivers, jazzing up fall veggies, and Whole Foods is in the kitchen.
Monday at 9 on Suncoast View.
A Palmetto woman is celebrating a big win tonight. She became an instant millionaire. Today, Sonia Bacon claimed the $5 million top prize at the Florida Lotto headquarters. She won the Florida edition of the $5 million scratch-off game. She chose to receive it all in one lump sum of $3,840,000. She bought the winning ticket from the BP on 14th Street West in Bradenton. The owner of that store will also get a $10,000 check for commission. Can you imagine?
That's life-changing. Wow. Right there.
To say the least.
They're all smiling.
Yeah, I imagine it's one of the bigger tickets too, the $10, $20, or $25 ticket or something like that. Yeah. But that's really quite nice. That's a nice little present as you head into the weekend. Weekend-wise, we've got a nice little thing going on too with that east wind. We're looking pretty good. For area beaches, take care of those folks out there that need all the visitors to go out there to the coast. So things looking good. Slight chance for a few evening showers here too for some of the games.
World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 11. Good night.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hut hut! It's the Ghetto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Gatto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Gatto location near you or visit Gatto.com.
Gatto's got it.
Addiction is a dark place, but just as each new day breaks, there is light. A light that illuminates the people by your side. Out of the darkness, you are walking with 22 million others struggling with addiction. The cure to darkness is light. The cure to stigma is love. And the cure to disease is treatment. Join us as we walk into the dawn of a new day. Together, we are stronger than addiction. Learn more at chatterproof.org.
Mark Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
Being empowered starts with getting informed, looking closer. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. But many of us don't know there are different types of breast cancer with different characteristics. That was me. Learning about the specifics of my diagnosis gave me the confidence to make informed treatment decisions with my doctor. This meant everything to me and my family. So take another look. Ask another question. Learn more at notonetype.org.
The Venice Area Chamber of Commerce Business Showcase is coming to the Venice Community Center October 5th and 6th from 9 to 3. There will be free health screenings, door prizes, and products and services from 75 area businesses. You can also enter to win $100 in 5 drawings each day. Enjoy a great food court and see new boats and cars in an outdoor display. Parking and admission are free. The Venice Area Chamber of Commerce Business Showcase, sponsored in part by ABC7.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
Dear parents, it's time for a pop quiz. What's the best kind of play for kids? Play that makes us think? Or helps us pretend? Or teaches us rules? Or to be creative? Actually, every kind of play is important. Because different kinds of play give us different kinds of skills. Help us mix up the ways we play. Okay, class dismissed. Now go play.